All right, my name is Tan. I'm from Clocked and Loaded, and today I'm going to show you how to level up your scripts for Blood on the Clocktower using custom JSON files to give you things like custom backgrounds, logos, special rules and Lorics, as well as customized jinxes, character art. I'm going to show you how to create character art that matches the Blood on the Clocktower style. I'm also going to show you how to build a custom almanac and tools to support all of these things, as well as additional stuff like how to add special rules to your characters like grim peeking and character duplication for use on Blood on the Clocktower Online. All right, what am I even getting on about? Let's check out some of my scripts on the online platform. Here is a script that I have that is a homebrew script called Hall of Mirrors. As you can see, I've got my custom background, custom logo here in the middle. We've got some custom character art. We have our homebrew script with a customized night order. We've got all of our stuff here. It looks great. It's no different than an official script. And then on this script, there is a character that can make a duplicate token in the bag, and I have the capacity to do that with any of my tokens here through use of a special rule. All right, we have another example here. No homebrew, but just a custom script, cool background, cool logo in the middle, very gaudy to fit the theme of the script, which is trash but make it fashion. And finally, here is a fully homebrew script with a cyberpunk theme. You got the Night City style background with the cyberpunk logo and all of the custom character art. All right, so one of the first tools we're going to look at is Ravenswoodstudio. I'll have the link in the description of the video. This has a couple things, but what I'll mainly use it for is its icon generator. So what you can do here is you can upload your own image that is black and white that you created for your character, and it will give it to you in the Blood on the Clocktower style. All right, here's an example. Here is a bird image that I found online, and I can ask for it to be any of the different character types. So I'm going to ask for it to be a traveler icon, and bam, there you go. Half blue, half red. Here's the good option, fabled option, Loric. You have everything you need, and you can download it here for use on your custom scripts. Now, this is not the only way to do it. Obviously, if you can draw or create art in the Blood style on your own, awesome. I've also experimented with asking AI image generators to create something in the style of Blood art to varying degrees of success. This is by far the best option I have found, however. All right, let's get down into a little bit of the nitty-gritty. Don't be alarmed. We will break it all down, and I will give you a few ways of doing this really super easy. This is a JSON file. A JSON file is simply a text file. I have this opened in my notepad, and this is what you upload onto the Blood on the Clocktower Online website in order to play your custom and homebrew scripts. Now, there are tools people have designed that will generate something like this for you. A simple one of those tools is the script building tool on the Blood on the Clocktower website. That will make you a JSON of a custom script that you create using official characters. Now, if you want to go to that JSON that you generate with that and make a few tweaks to upload a custom background and a custom logo, if that's all you care about, then I'm going to show you how to do it right now, and it is super easy. All right. This top portion right here is going to include a few details about your script. Everything below this is custom or official characters. All right, so don't even worry about any of that right now. You're just going to worry about this top portion right here. Now, there's going to be a few things. The name of your script is going to be here. The link to your image for your logo is right here. And then the link to your image of your background is right here. So if you wanted to just do a custom logo and a custom background, that would be where you put the links in for those. The logo has to be a PNG, and the background has to be a JPEG. Now, if you don't want the title that usually pops up to cover your logo, you would add this here, which is just hide title true. Now, I'm going to link the GitHub guide on how to completely create your own custom JSON in the description, so that if you're inclined to do something like this, you can. Otherwise, I'm going to show you simply how to just do those few steps if the only thing you're interested in is taking a script that has official characters, building it on the Clocktower script building tool, downloading the JSON, and just editing it so you have a background and a logo. But before we do that, let's take a look at what a custom character looks like on this file. This right here is a custom character that I've named the chef. I have cloned the chef exactly, except for I have added a special rule, and I'll get to that. So every character is going to have an ID, a name, that's going to be what's displayed in the game, what type of role it is, townsfolk. It's going to have an ability. It's going to have a first night order. It's going to have an other night order. Chef doesn't wake another night, so it's a 0, so it doesn't show up. And it's going to have a reminder token for the first night and other nights if that's applicable. And it's going to have an image, which is just a link to where you can pop the image up online. I have added a special rule to the chef because this JSON right here is for my script Hall of Mirrors. And one of the outsiders in Hall of Mirrors is a duplicate townsfolk. So I had to go and make a custom version of all of the townsfolk that are on the script and give them a special rule, which allows them to have a duplicate token in the bag, which is normally not allowed on the app. There are a couple different special rules. For example, there's the special rule ability to show a character the grimoire. There are a number of those things. So if you want to know all of those and add those, again, I'm going to have a link to the complete guide. All right, this right here is the Blood on the Clocktower official script building tool. I'll have a link for this in the description. This simply has everything that you need to build out a script with official characters. I have selected the characters here for No Greater Joy by Stephen Medway, popular teensy script. And if I click over here, you'll see I have the option to download a JSON as well as download or export a PDF of the script. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to download a JSON file. All right, here's what that JSON file looks when I open it up in my notepad. You'll see this is a lot simpler than what I had pulled up earlier. And you'll notice that all it has is the author, Stephen Medway, the name of the script, No Greater Joy, and then listed out in order the characters that are on the script. Now, remember, if I wanted to add only a custom image and a custom logo to this script, I would simply need to add these two things. Bam, logo with my image, and bam, background with my image. And then additionally, what I would need to add would be hide title, because I don't want the title to cover up the logo. Now, if I uploaded this and only this to the Blood on the Clocktower app, this is what we would see. All right, we see here No Greater Joy by Stephen Medway, but it has the background and logo uploaded for my Hall of Mirrors script. If all you want is those two things, that is simply how you do it. All right, that background image that I had for my Hall of Mirrors is simply hosted on Imager. I have an Imager account. You can make one for free, and you can upload your images, and you can simply hit copy link. That link is what you will post into your JSON as your image for your background and for your logo. As an example, one of my logos right here, and I've uploaded it for one of my other scripts. All right, well, what if that's just a little too much for you? And what if you do want to get into the nitty-gritty of creating a full homebrew script with your custom images, with all the rest of it? Well, there's a great tool out there, and that's called Bloodstar. This is it right here. I will put a link in the description. Basically, with some amount of effort, you can create an entire homebrew script, or a script with some homebrew and some official characters, by uploading the image, and then you're going to fill out all the information in these text boxes. For example, name, team, ability, first night reminder, other night reminder, reminder tokens, flavor text, overview of the character, examples of the character, and then how to run. And this is going to, one, make a custom JSON file for you, and two, create an almanac for you. In fact, this is the #1 way that I have found to create an almanac. And let me show you what that looks like for this Neon Veil script that I have, which is my cyberpunk themed script. If you click publish here, bam, you can link yourself to the almanac that it's hosting for you. And here you go. You can click around everything from the synopsis, which you've written out, your logo that you've uploaded, and then you can go down and you can take a look through all of your characters, and it publishes it just like you would if an official almanac. Of course, all of this writing and examples and how to run, you have to create yourself. So there's definitely a lot of work that goes into it. And then you can see evil characters and night order at the bottom as well. So this is the best way I found to create an almanac, is using this application. If you go back here and click on copy the script, you then need to paste that script copy into your URL as a URL into your browser, and this is what you're going to pop up with. And this is the custom JSON for your script. Now, as you can see, this is a little bit more complicated, but if you copy all of this, then paste it into your notepad, you can edit it from there, save it, and upload it. All right. Couple more tips and tricks. You've got some cool character art and you want to upload it, but you need it to not have a background so that it shows up correctly. I've uploaded my image to Paint. I've clicked on the select feature, right click, remove background. Now the background's white. Click on layers and click on hide background. Now you have an image that has a blank background, but importantly, to make sure that this shows up centered when you put it on your script, you want to make sure that you center it very well and give about equal distance between all of the edges. That looks about right. And that's about the ratio that you need to put it on Imager and for it to show up centered on your character tokens in Blood. So all I would do now is save this as a PNG, upload that to Imager, use that Imager link that I copied to add to my JSON. Or to upload to Bloodstar as your image so that it shows up on your JSON that you have it create. All right, back to the nitty-gritty. I personally, while I love the Bloodstar site for creating an almanac, I like to create my own JSON that's a little bit neater because it's easier to go back and edit individual things, and I think that is really nice. Additionally, once you have your JSON fully made, you can actually upload it back into the script tool on the official website, and it will print you out a nice PDF of your script there as well with your custom imagery and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and just go through making a homebrew character and all of the steps one time so that you can see how to do that in case that's the route that you want to go. All right, so you need this stuff, at least at the top. You've got your, the name of your script, the author of your script. It's not an official script, so none of the official script stuff loads. Now you're going to put, you're going to use a couple different brackets. You can use this bracket here, and you're going to put ID, and then you're going to put the name of your character. So the ID of your character and the name of your character are actually different. So for example, if you were to make a character called the chef, but you don't want it to have the same ability as the chef that already exists, the ID, you would have to make something different than chef. So for example, chef 2. And then for the name, you could put chef, and then it would still show up as chef, but it wouldn't just register the character as a chef and upload the normal chef stuff, if that makes sense. All right, you're going to put team. This is going to be if it is a minion, demon, etc. So I'm going to put this as a demon. Then you're going to put ability. Again, you need your brackets. This does not need to be capitalized. And then the ability is going to be, I'm going to give my chef the Al-Hadiki ability. Then I'm going to make sure that I wake on the first night. And I'm going to put myself in position 56. Then I'm going to do first night reminder. I'm going to add my first night reminder text for the storyteller. I'm just going to make it, don't wake the chef. Now, if they didn't wake the first night, you would put first night as 0, and you would not add the first night reminder text at all. So for other nights, we're going to have 46 as our wake up timing, and then our other night reminder is going to be, again, the Al-Hajikia one. There you go. And then this character has reminder tokens, and you want those. So you're going to put reminders. And your reminders are going to be in brackets like this. And it's going to go, let's see, my reminders are going to be the Ahaldika reminders. 1, and then also 2, and then also 3, and then you bracket this out. All right, we're going to want a custom image. I'm going to add my image from Imager. That needs brackets, and it needs to have .png on the end there. And then I want this character to have a jinx with another character on script. So I'm going to put jinxes, and we're going to have a bracket like this, and then another bracket like this for each individual jinx. And it's going to be the jinx that it has is with the character with the ID the mastermind. And the reason for the jinx, so what it's going to say under the jinx is what the Ahaldika would say. Boom. Then I'm going to bracket that out. And if I were to add another jinx, I would give a comma and another bracket like this. But because there's not going to be another jinx, I'm going to just bracket that out like that. And then, if you take a look here at the top, right here, this bracket started it all. And I'm going to need a bracket to end it. So we're going to end that custom character. That's what that bracket is for. And then, if you notice at the top here, the script started with a bracket. And so if this was the only character on the script, the last character on the script, I would end it with a bracket like that. But because it's not, I'm going to add a comma, and then I'll start the bracket for my new character, and we would start it the same way as this chef and go all the way down, putting in the same information. You would do that for all your characters. If you, for example, did not want to do all of this and you just want to put an official character in, you would just do comma, and then in brackets you could put mastermind on the script, comma, and then go on from that. If you want to do another character, you could just type it out, or again, you could start a custom character with a bracket like this, and so on and so forth. Note that the order that your characters are on your script are going to be the order that you put them on this JSON, so you do want to order them in the order that you want them, with townsfolk first, then outsiders, and so on and so forth. All right, now if you wanted to add a Loric or a fabled or anything like that and have it show up on the app, then you want to make that you want to put that at the top of the script, not at the bottom, because that's going to mess it up. All of your Lorics and things like that you want at the top. And again, it would just be ID, the name, and the team would be Loric or fabled, for example. And you put the ability and the image in just as you would do normally. So for example, I'm going to copy in one of the Loric characters I have here. Okay, so bam, the ID, this character is called the Tribunal. It's a Loric, so that's going to make it pop up in the Loric spot. It's got its ability right here, and it's got its custom image link right there. And I've already made the token green using the other tools that I've shown you. And now that Loric is going to pop up first before anything else. And that's basically it. Hope all of this helps you. Again, we'll have links in the bottom for how to access the GitHub and all of the directions and using the special rules. And I'll put links to the other tools there as well. Have a good one.